Check out this sweet digital photo frame that just showed up at my front door. Let's unbox our AEEZO Portrait Wi-Fi digital photo frame. This one is the 9-inch version and it retails for about $110. Once we cut off the plastic, we can just slide the box out. Ooh. To reveal, well, another box. Open it up. As we take the lid off, we reveal our photo frame. You know what's funny? Based on the box, I actually thought that the frame was going to be black, but it's actually white. So let's take it out and take a closer look. Peel off the protective film to reveal a very shiny screen. As we look on the back, we can see, well, we have a spot where we could hang it. We have an on-off button. All right, so this locking thing down here was just where you can screw in your kickstand, and you can actually have it sitting just like this or up and down. Let's take a look at all the ports here. Of course, we have an SD card, then we have a 3.5mm jack, we have the USB port, we have a micro USB. It looks to be a power port there. Let's plug it in to see what happens. We just plugged it in. A few seconds later, we see the phrase "love is sharing." A few seconds later, we see, well, love is sharing again, but we heard some music that goes along with it. Let's see what happens next. All right, after about 30 seconds, we now have a screen that says Android is starting. So clearly this runs an Android operating system. This tells us don't ever disconnect the power while the frame is running. Let's hit OK. Now we're going to pick our language, and I'm going to click English. There are a lot of different languages to choose from, so that's pretty cool. When I hit next, it's going to ask me to pick my Wi-Fi. Once we put on our Wi-Fi, we are supposed to pick our time zone. I happen to be on Eastern time zone, so I'm going to go through the options to find that. Everything else is correct. As soon as I hit next, they're telling me there's already an update needed. So let's download and install. After the install, it looks like we're starting all over again. I'm going to pick my language. Good news, all our settings were saved. Let's hit next. It's going to tell us to name our frame. Let's just call it frame, make it easy. There is an audible noise. That's cool. We're going to have our location. We'll put living room. And of course, I spelled it wrong. Oh good, it had a spot on there that was correct. This is the part that I'm really excited about, because if I give this frame as a gift to someone like my mother, I can actually send pictures to the frame wirelessly. That's pretty cool. So this next step shows you how you can have friends to share photos with the frame.
Before we go much further, if you're new here, my name is Jeff, and this is Jeff Reviews for You. I review a whole lot of products. I specialize in reviewing as seen on TV items. Every once in a while, I do a little bit of a DIY just because I like to. If that aligns with something that you're looking for online, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel and click the bell below. That way you're notified every time I release a video just like this one. One more thing, don't forget to check down the description for my social media, Instagram and Twitter. I would love it if you would follow me there too. Now, let's get right back to reviewing this digital photo frame.
We're going to open up the direction manual, and there's a QR code right here, which our phone is going to read, so that way we can go download the Framio app. We are fully downloaded. We're going to open it up. Now, you absolutely need this app if you're going to send any photos to the digital photo frame wirelessly. So now we're going to enter our name. There's a short tutorial where you can let this guide you through it. You do have to get a code from the digital photo frame itself. They have like these codes that are good for a few days. You enter it in, and then you can always send photos once you've been added to the frame. Once you've given access to your phone, you should go back and look through the settings. This one says share anonymous analytic data, and I don't like doing those kind of things, so I'm going to uncheck that. There are other settings here that you might just want to look at yourself. When you are ready to add a friend to your frame, you can click this button that says add friend, and it pops up a code that you're to enter into your phone on the app. So once you find the code, it's only good for like a day or so, and then you click the top button here and enter the same code, and then the two devices will be paired. I'm going to do that right now. I just entered the code, and almost instantly it popped up here at the top that a new friend has been added. Now let's choose to send a picture. I'm going to send this one right here.
Click it. Now I'm able to send it to whatever frame I want. I'm only connected to one frame, but if you have more people and you have different frames, you can choose that. I can write a caption. I'm just going to skip by that right now. Now this is telling me I can do landscape or portrait. I'm going to hit OK. And of course I want to center the photo. Send photo. Within a matter of seconds, it popped up on the digital photo frame. Now that I received this photo, I may not like it, so I'm going to come up here to where this gear icon is and push it there. And just so you know, sometimes the buttons don't push right away, so you might have to do that a few times. Well, now I popped it up here to a menu. I'm going to go manage my photos and then delete photos. I'm going to click this one here, and then over on the top right, there's a little trash can. I'm asking it to delete it, but it's not. There we go. Delete photo. And there, I'm all done. And now I don't have any photos again. I will say you can only edit the photos from the photo frame itself. You cannot edit them from the app. Now what we're going to do is we're going to send a few photos over at the same time. So we're going to select it, hit plus. All right. We'll just send all of these. Well, maybe these 7. We're going to hit the airplane icon. We're going to select the living room frame. No captions. I'm going to hit OK. We'll center as best we can. Send photo. Let's see how fast they get there. As you can see, it happens really, really quick. If you notice that part of the picture is not on the frame, you can actually just touch the screen and click the button that says fit to frame. You might have a little fuzzy part across the top here and the bottom, but just make sure it fits to the frame. Makes it look a little nicer. So I've fit all of the photos to the screen. I actually have this set on 30 seconds per picture, and then the picture will automatically change to the next picture, which I think is a pretty cool feature, and you see it just did it there. Therefore, you can cycle through all the different pictures that are on the digital photo frame. So, tell me, what are your thoughts of these digital photo frames? Have you used one? Would you consider it? Let me know down in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you. I thought this was cool. It's not just limited to receiving pictures. You can also send videos. Now, if you want to record a video and send it, that's cool. This one I just happen to have pre-recorded. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit send. I'm going to send it to my frame in the living room. No caption. And then it lets you send about a 16-second clip of the video. So if you want to move it back and forth, you can. Let's send it. Because this is a video, much larger file than a photo, it's going to take a little bit longer than that instant reaction we had when we sent the pictures. We just received the notification that a new photo has been received, so let's just cycle through until we get to it. Now, it would do this on its own. I just want to get to the video.
It's cool how it just hovers. You can adjust the trim so it goes one way or the other. You can sort of get it to stay in the same place. All right, let me see if I can get it to do that flip.
I just wanted you to see that does do audio. Now, you can go into the settings and adjust the time that the video is on there, because if you are on each picture for 30 seconds and you only sent a 15-second video, then it's going to just have that solid picture for the last 15 seconds. So I adjusted each picture to only be on the screen for 10 seconds. It went from 30 all the way down to 10. The cool thing is, even though this video is longer than 10 seconds, it'll actually let it play the entire time, although I have seen some glitches or freezing or pausing moments from time to time.
In this video, we were looking at the AEEZO Digital Photo Frame. So what did I think of it? First things first, let's talk about the price. $110. I honestly wasn't really sure how much these frames should cost. I found some frames that are a lot less expensive. I found some frames that were more expensive, and then I found ones that were in this same price range. So that to me said, well, I guess it's supposed to cost this much. As per this review, there is well over 4,400 reviews on Amazon, and it has a 4.7 out of 5-star rating. So people really, really like this frame. On the negative review side, a lot of them revolved around the app itself, where they couldn't get the app to sync with the digital frame, or they didn't like the interface of the app. They thought, this is not very user-friendly, those kind of things. Some people didn't like the picture quality. Other people said, you know what, I don't like that you have to leave it plugged in. There were quite a few comments about the touchscreen, and that's really the only one of the negative ones that I can sort of agree with, because a lot of times that touchscreen, I'd push it and push it and push it and push it, and it wouldn't really do anything, and then after a while, it would sort of catch on. So I do think the touchscreen does have some issues
there back and forth. Some of the other comments that I read revolved around this thing resetting every 5 minutes, and the people could not get it to stop resetting. I've had this thing running for well over a week, and I've not had any problems with that. Now, it should be noted that sometimes products are made in the exact same factory. I get one, it works perfectly fine. You might get one that doesn't work so well, or vice versa. That's happened actually to me a lot, just so you're aware of that. I really like the ability to add friends to a photo frame. So therefore, if you're giving this to a loved one and maybe it's a parent and they have a bunch of kids all over the country or wherever they are, maybe all over the world, photos can be sent wirelessly to this device just by the click of a button. That to me is pretty cool. I really thought it was neat that you can send videos along with photos and not just see the video, but also hear. Although there was glitching from time to time, it was still cool to be able to see those videos pop up on the screen. If this is something that interests you, I will leave a link down in the description. This is Jeff with Jeff Reviews for You. As always, thanks for stopping by, and I hope you have a great day. I'm not going to go over all the features. I'm just going to go over a few. So when you receive a photo each time, you're going to actually have to fit it to frame in order to see the entire photo. I did think it was kind of cool that you can send a reaction. So if I click this, I can send a heart, a laugh, a surprise, or sad, and that sends one of those emojis to the person that sent it to you. I thought that was really neat. I could also choose to say, you know what? I don't want to see this photo. And if I click that, it no longer has that photo in the rotation of photos. I really do appreciate that you stayed around for my entire review of this digital photo frame. You know what? In order for me to connect this frame to my phone, I had to use my internet or my network here, and I use a mesh Wi-Fi, which provides internet throughout my entire house. What I'm going to do is I'm going to link that review right up here, and I would love it if you would click on this link. And when you do, by the magic of the internet, I'm going to join you at this review. So go ahead, click it. It's safe, I promise.